everyone, welcome to Film Freaks.
A show for film fun and all things entertainment.
I'm Jesse Galan.
And I am Avi Flores, and we are back again with another recap show, episodes 7 and 8 for Luke Cage.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, be warned, there will be spoilers. So if you got 3, 2, 1, you've been warned.
Alrighty, so let's get right into it. Episode 7, kind of backstory more on Mariah and Cottonmouth himself.
Right.
What'd you think, Jay?
I thought it was pretty good. I'm actually happy they went back to the origin stories of Cottonmouth and Mariah. I was really curious to see how they became the people they become in the story. So we definitely get a whole lot of that. So, I like how they're going back and forth. We're getting an origin stories of Luke Cage, and then we get an episode of him becoming that character of Luke Cage in the present. And now we go back again into the origin stories of Mariah and Cottonmouth.
Yeah, and it was funny because as I'm watching this, and you see Cottonmouth really as a boy, like he didn't seem like he was very interested in the crime scene. So I was a little bit surprised that he kind of turned out to be such like of a badass, just because he didn't seem like he wanted anything to do with that as a kid. And I know they implemented a lot that he was like forced into it by Mama Mabel, but by the way, she was a badass.
Oh man, she was ruthless. I was like, that ruthless.
Yeah, she was.
Shut your mouth.
She was crazy. So I thought that was kind of like just on Cottonmouth's end, because he didn't really seem like he wanted it. So I would think that you would kind of run away from that lifestyle, especially if he was into his music and he wanted to pursue that.
He was very talented. And
so I thought that was kind of a weird thing, but I mean, very minor.
Yeah, right. It almost gives him a more humanistic or a relatable character where he didn't want to be that, and he was so talented. He played the piano so well, and just out of like the air, he would come up with music, and his uncle being very supportive of that. Where Mama Mabel was like, that's not gonna get him anywhere.
Right.
Forcing him to be part of the family organization crime and just like organized crime, and I don't know, it made that character more relatable. Almost feel sorry for the guy to become the way that he is, and I really like how that story was written.
Right, and then you see Cottonmouth kind of one-upping Luke Cage and finding out his real identity and his past, and knowing about what that and trying to use that against him, and it almost worked if it wasn't for Rosario's character, which she's in there trying to. I guess she's probably going to be like part of the superhero team, I don't know exactly what she's going to roll. I know she's saying that she wants to help people, but it was good that she was on Luke. And again, just reminding himself that, he has to do this. And he stepped up. He was going to take him down, but then we had a mysterious shooter come in towards the end of the episode.
Taking him out.
Finally used that bullet that we had heard about earlier in the show. So that was cool. I mean, that's how the episode ended. What did you think of that?
I was honestly, we discussed this and now you brought it up.
Right.
I'm like, really? Like, you're going to assassinate this guy and you shoot him in the belly? Of all places, you're a marksman, you're probably a merc, and whoever this guy is, whoever this person that shoots him, I'm like, of all places, you could have shot him in the heart, you could have shot him in the head, the gut.
And he shoots him in the stomach.
Really?
Obviously, we know that the season could end right there if he took a headshot, but in reality, that's probably what he should have
done. Right?
That's what he should have done.
That was almost, I want to say, a little bit of a lazier writing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was good. It was still pretty good. It was still a shocker when I saw him just go,
right.
And he's like,
finally
got that bullet pierced.
And luckily, Rosario's there, and she knows all about the medical stuff, of course. So episode 7 was pretty solid. We enjoyed it. And then moving into episode 8, where we get the reveal of this mysterious shooter.
Right. And boy, was I wrong in my theory. Well, I thought it was definitely going to be the prisoner, Beckham, the officer in Seagate that somehow probably chemically got mixed with Luke Cage and became like a super soldier. But it turned out not to be him. It turned out to be somebody else more important.
As they were conversating, and I'm like, dude, that's Jesse was like, that could be his brother, and I'm like, that's probably his brother, but I'm like, that's definitely Diamondback.
And I'm like, that's not Diamondback, that's a little low-life merc, because he would never shoot him in the head.
Right. And then again, when they were in that basement, and she's trying to like heal him, and we're kind of finding out more of Luke Cage's like abilities and how his skin is and his tissues and all that, which is pretty cool. Again, he has another chance at a headshot, doesn't take it. So I don't know if that's just playing into Diamondback and Luke Cage relationship where he doesn't really want to kill him. You know, he just kind of wants to hurt him or have him die slowly or something. I don't know, but and then again when they're in like that opera theater, he could have shot him in the head. I guess 3 times that Luke Cage could have been dead. Or at the end too, when he gets him in, and throws it, when he shoots him, he falls into it's 4 times actually. So, I mean, I'm like, come on. But again, the show can't end there.
Right. I mean, again, like I mean, the episode was great. That was my bit of frustration where I felt like, man, if like as the episode ended, I began to realize like, okay, he definitely wants Luke Cage to suffer. So we definitely get that, but that last scene, like you said 4 indications, and after that 4th, at the end of the episode, I would subtract at least 2 of those and say, okay, you're just toying with him.
Right.
That last scene where I mean, you see the garbage truck, and it's such a setup for him too. I'm like, okay, he's gonna land in the garbage or get thrown in the garbage, or something's gonna happen where he thinks he kills him, and then he shoots him in the arm. I'm like, oh, come on.
Right, something.
It's like, of all places you're gonna shoot him in the arm, dude. After just telling him one more bullet is gonna take you out, and then you shoot him in the arm.
Right.
I'm like,
at least in the chest, you know.
Something.
Then also in the episode we have, which I was surprised, is Cottonmouth's death. Like, I didn't see that coming at all. Like, I didn't think that was going to happen for a while.
That took me by surprise.
Right. I was like, whoa. Which I don't know if they were setting that up with their backstories and episode 7 showing, you know, like where they came on, the influences they had, and then even like at the end of the episode when Mariah sits down and she looks at Mama Mabel's picture and she's like, I'm not you. But she's definitely turning into that type of character.
I would say that I felt like they were leading that to that point. I mean, with Mama Mabel forcing to kill the uncle, like, you know, Cottonmouth killing his uncle, and how ruthless Mama Mabel. So the woman figure in the show is very strong. Yeah. So I had a feeling that they were going to go that direction. I just didn't think it was going to happen that soon.
Right.
And then you had Shades that sneaks into the house and tells her, like,
pulling strings.
Right. You have this potential and I believe in you.
Right.
And like all this stuff, and just kind of indirectly telling them that the Cottonmouth is no good anymore.
Right.
So I had a feeling that it was going to lead up to that point, but I didn't expect it to happen at that precise moment.
Yeah, and even Shades, before Cottonmouth died, telling him to sell the club, you know, to lay low. Like, it kind of felt like he wanted Cottonmouth out of the way. And then that was a perfect opportunity where he was just pushing the wrong buttons on, Cottonmouth was pushing the wrong buttons on Mariah, and she snapped. And lo and behold, she's dead, trying to frame Luke Cage. And then Detective Misty came and trying to arrest him, and then that's when the whole shooter thing happened in the basement. So there was quite a bit of things happening there, which was pretty cool. So I really enjoyed, they kind of picked up a bit more in episode 8, a little more, not as slow. 7 wasn't as slow either, but was it 5 and 6 were definitely the slowest episodes so far. But this one, 7 and 8 did pick up quite a bit, which was awesome. I think Diamondback looks pretty solid. I like you really don't know much about their relationship yet, but just in their conversations back and forth, you can tell that they were friends, and then Diamondback reveals that they're actually brothers. I don't know if he's just saying that or if it's actually truth. I know in the comics themselves they are just like best friends.
Right.
So,
and I don't know, like I had that sense. He did. Luke Cage does recite scripture, and his father was a preacher, and like in previous episodes, and that's why he's Luke Cage. Luke, specific passage in Luke where it talks about freedom, and Cage because of his past of being in prison, incarcerated, free prison. So it has that dichotomy of who this character is, and then you have him. You have Diamondback when he's at the. I believe when he has Misty in the position of like he's about to kill her, he starts reciting scriptures too, and talking about how much him and Carl have history and this other stuff. So to me, it could lead. And even when he said that we are brothers, you know, and he shoots him, maybe it is. But I do feel like they are brothers.
Right. Yeah, and in the original, they're just friends, and like they were part of like a gang. And then Luke Cage or Carl Lucas decides to change his life around together and leaves Diamondback like for dead, abandoned, and he feels, you know, bad about that. It kind of comes after him. So we'll see where their relationship goes. I want to see more of it. But, yeah, I'm digging this show so far.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. But let us know what you guys think. If we missed something or something you guys didn't like, let us know in the comments below.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.
Well, hey, Film Freaks, if you guys enjoyed watching our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
And go ahead and check out some of our other videos. Do it now!
What's the matter with you? Do it now!
Do it!
It's not a tumor!